Hello, my dear friends. I am Michaela. Welcome to my astrology channel, Today Energy. In this video, we will be talking about the upcoming new moon in Capricorn, which actually will be the last new moon for this year, 2022. It happens on the 23rd of December at 1 degree of Capricorn. And happy birthday, my dear Capricorns. I wish you strong health, good luck, deep love and success in everything you do. We love you, we respect you very much, we appreciate you, and please do love, respect, and appreciate always yourself. You are very beautiful human beings and worthy of love and admirations. So this new moon is doubly important, I would say, because this time it happens right after a very important astronomical, even not only astrological, but astronomical event, and that is the winter solstice. You see, the sun entered the sign of Capricorn late on the 21st of December in the bigger part of the world, or at the beginning, very early in the morning of 22nd of December. That means that at this point, the sun reached the 23 degrees and 26 minutes of declination. So it's shining exactly above the so-called Tropic of the Capricorn, the southernmost point of Earth that, the sun can kind of shine directly, illuminated directly. And of course, in the southern hemisphere, that means the longest day of the year. But for us in the northern hemisphere, that's the day, the shortest day of the year with the longest night. And naturally, it means darkness, right? It means cold. It means like an end of a cycle. And indeed, for ancient wise people, like for instance, the Babylonians, for them, exactly the end of December, the moment of the winter solstice, was the true end of a year, end of a cycle. They were celebrating the moment of the god sun dying. But why celebrate it? Because they knew that 3 days later, after spending 3 days in the same declination, the sun will start moving again, like upwards, let's say, towards the equator. Eventually, that will be the day of the spring equinox. And then even further up to the Tropic of the Cancer, when in the northern hemisphere, we will have the longest day. And that would be the day of the summer solstice, right? But this is the thing. They were so wise people. They understood that no new beginning, no new life is possible before first initially experiencing a metaphorical death, experiencing a time of wrapping up, of ending a cycle in order to be rebirth, right? So this is the sacral moment of the winter solstice, the death of the old, kind of the reassessment of the year we have just passed through, what we have achieved, where we have failed, for instance. So it's kind of a re-evaluation of our human life and experience in the last 12 months and preparation for the new cycle to begin. And you see, it's not exactly like the calendar year, 31st of December, 1st of January. It means pretty much nothing according to astrology and astronomy. So indeed, in the ancient times, people rather respected the energy of the universe, right? So, and we know as above, so below, as without, so within. So it was very wise to celebrate the end of the old year and the beginning of the new year with the winter solstice. Besides, you see in how many other cultural myths and legends we have this hero's journey, which eventually ends with hero being dead or going to the underworld, spending there exactly 3 days, like the goddess, Sumerian goddess Inanna, for instance, her journey to the underworld for kind of wisdom, but also the death of Jesus Christ on the cross. Then he spent 3 days in the tomb, right? And then he was resurrected. So basically, yes, we are also collectively experiencing this 3 dark the dark moon as well, right? The dark days, in which it's more the time of being quiet, of going within, of reassessing, reevaluating the so far knowledge, experience, what we lived through, and at the same time planting the seeds for the future. So I would say it's a good time exactly after the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, this new moon. It's a great time to write down your wishes, meditate, visualize, plan for the future, for not only 1 month ahead, but at least 3 months ahead, until the spring equinox, or even for the whole year ahead. Just like some people do this New Year's resolutions, you know, they do them either 31st in the night or 1st of January in the morning, a bit hanged over, but I think it's even more wise to plan for the year ahead, this week before the big hustle and bustle with the New Year's Eve. Also, the ancient Romans celebrated in the last weeks of December their festivity, their holiday called Saturnalia, and this time it was dedicated to Saturn. Saturn, the planet nowadays which rules, we know, Capricorn, right? So there is no coincidence. Saturn was known as the god Kronos in Greek mythology, the god of time, the god of karma and consequences, in a sense, of what we do. And for Romans, it was the god of agriculture and plentifulness. You might picture this. Like normally in astrology, we say that Saturn is rather rigid and he is kind of the Grim Reaper, you know, the death symbol. But at the same time, again, he just comes to mark the end of a cycle. We reap what we sow, right? So some people can celebrate, other people must change the course of their actions and plans. But basically, it's an ending time of a period and preparation for the rebirth. So regarding your wishes for this new moon, they should be as most decisive, like as most pragmatic, practical, realistic, I would say, because such is the energy of Capricorn, right? Capricorn is not the dreamer. Capricorn is the doer. So whatever you think in your life that will require your decisiveness, your stamina, your persistence, whatever you think will require, of course, time. So you have to be patient, wise, but also it will not fall from the sky. You have to put your conscious efforts. You have to roll up your sleeves and act and work and do it step by step. Follow a plan, right? Don't rush if you want to achieve some sustainable material physical results. And truly, Saturn and Capricorn will give you those. I mean, not them. You will give yourself those results if you work strategically and patiently. And also don't forget the message, I would say, of the Christmas trees, right? Because they're usually this evergreen, like pine trees. So basically they are ever alive, evergreen, and they endure against the darkness, against the cold, and even against death. So let's be like the Christmas trees. Now, let me share with you my screen. Yep, here it is. This is the chart of the new moon in Capricorn on the 23rd of December. It is built for Sofia, Bulgaria local time, so you might just want to change your time zone to see when precisely at what hour it will happen where you live. But the important thing is that there is this sacral moment of union between the male and the female beginnings, the sun and the moon, right? The ego and the subconscious, conscious and subconscious, at 1 degree of Capricorn, 1 degree and 32 minutes. You can see that there is a whole stellium in Capricorn: Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Pluto. Plus, we have also Uranus in Taurus. That gives us 6 planets in Earth sign and 6 planets cardinal. So this is a very proactive, very dynamic new moon, which now you know already. It sets the energy for at the very least 3 months ahead until March, when the sun will enter to Aries, when we will mark the the spring solstice and really the beginning of new life, the beginning of new year, right? The spring coming. So very, very important new moon right now. Focus is, of course, towards the material, towards the achievement of success, of status, receiving admirations and rewards for our efforts and work, respect, having the respect of the society, being important in the society, recognized as a wise person, a master in something, a leader, an expert. And how we can achieve this? You see Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, he is currently in his other home, the other sign he rules, Aquarius. So this can be achieved through collaborations, through collective projects, through participation in some organizations, through commitments for social causes, social responsibilities. And remember, Aquarius wants evolution, development, change, going into the future. But Saturn says, let's make it sustainable. Let's go slowly but surely in order to create something really lasting and tangible, okay? The good news is that this new moon, the sun and the moon conjunct, they make an aspect to Jupiter, who just freshly entered to the fiery sign of Aries once again. And I say once again because Jupiter was already here at 0 degree of Aries in the middle of May this year, because then he turned back, he went retrograde, he stepped again for 2 months. The last 2 months he was in the late degrees of Pisces to finish something here in this spiritual water sign. He was happy here, he rules Pisces, but now Jupiter is back with full steam, full self-confidence and decisiveness as a newborn hero and pioneer in Aries who does not want to see any obstacles. So we have to be what? To achieve our goals, right? We have to be brave, courageous, decisive, because we say in my country that good luck, good fortune smiles to the bravest ones. And of course, we want to achieve a lot now because it is a square, and squares are usually aspects between planets of tension. We have to consciously work, do the effort in order to fuse harmoniously these two energies of Capricorn and of Aries, of the luminaries and of Jupiter. So yeah, you know, forewarned, forearmed, I want to say that we can go a bit overboard with this energy. We can tend to do a bit too much now, or expect too much and then be a bit disappointed. Or we just can be overwhelmed by a lot of work projects, or we can have too big ambitions, or be too self-righteous, for instance, egotistical. So this I have to warn you, because Capricorn can kind of think that the goal justifies the means, and Jupiter in Aries can be unapologetic as well. So of course, for the more shy people who never had the courage to stand up for themselves and follow their dreams, this energy is lovely because it will boost you to be more confident and not to care about others' guidelines and opinions. But if you are already quite self-confident, then just be careful not to go overboard and not to crush other people while chasing your ambitions and goals. But overall, my dears, I must say that this is a beautiful combination for business success, for success and winning in sport, for career progress, for any sort of personal and professional achievements and growth, for your own personal and material, tangible evolution and development in this world, for achieving success and admiration as well. So overall, I think we have a beautiful end of the last year and beginning of this new energetic year for the world. And let's see now what this actually means for each of us. I will give now, as the tradition requires for me in my videos, short, sweet forecast for each zodiac sign. I do recommend you listening to this information first and foremost for your rising sign, for your ascendant, because it will show you what circumstances most probably will come to your life due to this astrological weather. Then listen to the information for your sun sign, because it will show you how you can use it the best proactively for your own benefit, right? How will you react on this? But also you can, if you have additional 2-3 minutes, you can listen to the information also regarding your moon sign, because this will show you how you will internally process these changes and events, how you will emotionally react on them. But also it can be very relevant forecast if you were born during the night. People with night charts, their main luminary is the moon, actually. All right, so dear Aries, for you this new moon happens in your 10th house, so you truly can set some new foundations for career and professional growth, for high achievements, for, you know, some of you might establish your own business, other ones might achieve some responsible leading roles in your organization or in the society. It can bring you popularity, it can bring you admiration and respect by other people. Because, you know, Jupiter aspects this new moon, and Jupiter is in your house, so everything is in your hands. You are the doer of your own destiny. You know, I don't have to tell you this. You have this energy of achieving, of pioneering, of being courageous, brave, not caring about others' opinions. You can be very inspiring leader and a hero. Just be careful not to go overboard and not to become too egotistical, okay? But other than that, you can achieve really, really high social status and become famous in whatever you do. Of course, also there can be engagements, weddings, marriages, you know, because 10th house also shows how others see us in the society, whether as married person, as an owner of a mansion, of an estate, of a property, as an expat, as a follower, foreigner, as a politician, and so on. Dear Taurus, for you, this new moon happens in your 9th house. So opportunities come to you to kind of change your worldview overall, to change the priorities and focus of your life, to establish new goals for yourself for the future, what you would like to achieve, what is the mission in your, what is the meaning of your life overall. And now you can answer yourself this question in a very uplifting and inspiring way. Of course, you can achieve social status, recognition, popularity, and most importantly, the goal for yourself, what you want to do in this lifetime through knowledge, education, meeting inspiring people, traveling, meeting people from different cultures, having some kind of idol for yourself, having a teacher who can teach you you know, higher wisdom, because Jupiter aspects this new moon from your 12th house. So you might meet the right psychologist for you, guru, spiritual leader, a celebrity whose example you gladly would like to follow, who will inspire you to find the meaning of your life. You can also have some academical acclaims. You can publish something, you can become you know, accepted by population, by society as the real master, like the professionalist in whatever you do. You can achieve also international popularity, because Jupiter in the 12th house is, you know, he knows no borders. Dear Gemini, for you, this new moon happens in your 8th house. So for you, there might be some new sources of passive incomes, let's say from investment or some scholarships, some grants, support for your business. And not only financial, but you might also receive emotional support from important people, from your friends mostly, because Jupiter is in your 11th house. Also support from some organizations. You might receive the needed instruments to know yourself better and to know how to deal with eventual, if you are passing through difficult times, crisis situations, if you are on the path of self-analysis, working with your psyche, then also Jupiter will maybe guide you to the right group of people with whom you can do it safely, you know, in a safe space and receive support. Also, the 8th house is the house of pregnancy and intimate relationships. So for some of you, that might be the surprise for the new year. Or also some friend might turn into something more than a friend for you, like start some intimate relationship with one of your friends. Dear Cancer, for you, this new moon happens in your 7th house. So you might meet new people, establish some new relationships as on personal level in your private life, as well as regarding your professional work, career, maybe business. New clients might come to you. They might be foreigners. There might be a lot of them. Jupiter is like very expansive planet, so you might gain popularity. And besides this, Jupiter is in your 10th house, so either indeed you have the chance soon to sign some significant work contract or very lucrative deal, or maybe you are relocating, or maybe you are getting engaged or married, right? Because 10th house is our social status. Maybe you become a property owner or a company owner. So I think it's gonna be really massive and very, very beneficial for you. Dear Leos, for you, this new moon happens in your 6th house. So some news at work, possibly new team, colleagues, employees. You might hire new people to help you out with something. New office, you know, bigger office, international office, new work, or a lot of work projects can come to you because Jupiter aspects this new moon. You can achieve, of course, big recognition, popularity, and success due to your professionalism, due to how you are helpful to other people. Also, you might meet useful specialists, especially regarding your health. So it might be a coach or a doctor who will help you with feeling better. Now, you know, Christmas is coming, holidays are coming, people tend to overindulge, overeat, stay more at home, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So basically, and also it rules the liver and the fats in the body. So be careful with this. Maybe you actually might want to consciously find some more healthy lifestyle exercises that will be pleasant for you, but also bring you strength for your body and better feeling better, basically, and not indulge yourself too much with fatty and heavy things. And Jupiter actually aspects you from your 9th house. So there might be some professional education, there might be some business trips, or indeed some professional conferences where you can shine through your knowledge and experience. Dear Virgos, for you, this new moon happens in your 5th house. So there are new possibilities for romantic relationships on the horizon for you. Also, children might enter to your life, whether as you becoming pregnant, or someone from your family having a baby, or you becoming a teacher, or going on holidays with your kids. There must be a fun time, dear Virgos, for you, because 5th house is about doing something that brings us pleasure, doing something for fun, doing some hobby. So you might find new inspiration, more time for pleasurable activities, leisure. But also it might be that your business will grow and expand, because 5th house is also how we do business. And Jupiter aspects you from your 8th house. So indeed, this might be a pregnancy news, or it might be financial support and help, maybe so that your hobby can become a profession and a business. Maybe you'll get a loan or an international grant. And there certainly might be more passion in relationship with your loved one. Dear Libras, for you, this new moon happens in your 4th house. So there is a chance of news in the family. Of course, now holidays are coming, so people are gathering with their families, and that's lovely. And maybe some new family member will be presented to you, or you will present your boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance to your family, because Jupiter aspects this new moon, and Jupiter might signify either children or husband in a female chart. But Jupiter is in your 7th house, so more likely there to be some weddings, engagements, some very lucrative business deals, or signing contract, maybe regarding buying or selling property, renting property. Maybe you will decide to redecorate or renew the place where you're living. It must become somehow larger or more luxurious, because this is what Jupiter likes. Or maybe you're moving abroad. All right, dear Scorpios, for you, this new moon happens in your 3rd house. So there is a promise of a lot of communication, meeting people, social activities. You have the chance to subscribe to some new courses, improve your skills, learn new knowledge and skills, have a new vehicle, travel more, have a new neighborhood, a new environment, a new daily routine. And Jupiter aspects you from your 6th house. So maybe this knowledge and skills are rather related to your profession, because you want to improve at work and gain some higher, achievements and status. So maybe requalification courses. It might be some knowledge and groups of people that will help you gain better health. So, maybe some daily exercises, even if the teacher is online. And there might be business trips or new colleagues. This is your new environment, maybe not so much the neighborhood, or it can be actually a new office or a foreign office, or new colleagues from abroad for you. So, dear Sagittarius, for you, this new moon happens in your 2nd house. So we're talking about new sources of income, or potentially bigger income, because Jupiter here is in the mix, your ruler, and Jupiter likes to be recognized, to live more luxurious life. 2nd house is our possessions, property, belongings, how we take care of our body. And here, of course, Christmas is coming, holidays are coming, so people tend to overindulge, overeat. So be careful here with your diet and kind of the liver and fats in your body. You might receive definitely recognition for professional activities, especially if you work in something related to international trade or environment, relationships, or in the sphere of education or law. And 2nd house is the self-esteem. So you have to love and respect yourself, indeed. Be proud of yourself, of your skills, knowledge, and definitely you can ask for a bigger salary for what you give at work, which is really valuable. Jupiter aspects you from your 5th house. So indeed, you can have the benefit of growing and expanding your own business. There can be more income there coming from it. At the same time, there might be more spending money on 5th house, pleasures, on what you love doing, on your hobbies, on holidays, on leisure, on your children maybe as well. And 5th house is the house of natural talents. So you're now discovering or developing your natural talents, and you can earn money through them. Dear Capricorns, of course, this new moon happens in your 1st house, and especially significant it is for Capricorns born on the 23rd of December, or the ones who have ascendant rising sign between, I would say, in the first 3 degrees of Capricorn. That means that the personal new year that starts for you, it's going to be very exciting. It's going to be very dynamic with plenty of new possibilities. You just have to be courageous, brave, enthusiastic, believe in yourself, believe in your right to achieve the best. And of course, as you know very well, it's all about also efforts and persistency. It might be about work, it might be about health, because 1st house, new moon in 1st house is change your style, start a new diet, start new exercises. So, as I said at the first half of the video, it's also I think there is no sense in what people do as the New Year's Eve resolutions, doing them on the 31st of December or 1st of January. It's rather now, between the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th of December, these days near the winter solstice, this new moon in your first house, when we have to plan, we have to visualize, we have to establish the plan for the future, indeed, what we want to achieve regarding your health, relationships, maybe business, work, and also personal life, home and family, because Jupiter aspects you from your 4th house. So either you receive help from your parents, family, homelands, ancestors, maybe even, or you are this now you are decided to have a bigger, larger, better, nicer, more luxurious, if you will, home, and you can achieve it as well. Dear Aquarius, for you this new moon happens in your 12th house, which is everything hidden or everything online nowadays. So maybe you are starting some new remote work, online project, or you're meeting someone online, a foreigner in a website, dating website. Maybe you're starting a new project, which is just a bit like more covered now, and you don't want to officialize it yet. So it's a time for research, a time for preparation. Maybe you're starting to write your master thesis or prepare to write your book. So you're doing your researches. And indeed, Jupiter is aspecting this new moon in from your 3rd house. So it is about receiving and digging into some secret, maybe, or online information. Maybe you're studying online, maybe you're preparing to relocate, to emigrate, or just to go to some spiritual journey, pilgrimship, or becoming a pilgrim, going to some sanctuary, monastery, place of energy. Maybe you will meet a guru, a teacher, a psychologist who will teach you what? Jupiter in the 3rd house, positive thinking, dream big, believe in everything is possible. Sky is the limit. This is the attitude. It might be a guru or a psychologist living right now, or it might be that you find a book and read it of a person who is already passed away, but still it's an influential psychologist, for instance, or spiritual leader or mentor or motivator, influencer, and so on. Also, it's a great time, my dear Aquarius, to let go of things, to burn the bridges with something old, with something that drags you down, with toxic relationships. Yeah, the 12th house is the ending. So it's the beginning of the end for you about something unproductive in your life, whether as a bad habit or as an outside circumstance. Also, dear Aquarius, for you, it's the best time now to write in your diary, to visualize, to meditate, to do some positive affirmations. Now your brain is very active and optimistic, to do some vision boards, to do some rituals for this new moon, all right? Dear Pisces, for you this new moon happens in your 11th house, so there is possibility to meet new friends, to join a group of people, organization, a club, somewhere where you will feel good because they're like-minded people. There are some supporters or followers. Maybe you'll become popular because Jupiter is the planet of fame and recognition, and it aspects this new moon. Maybe you'll receive bonuses and income and prizes for your professional career work and efforts. And because Jupiter aspects you from your 2nd house, indeed, you have the chance to expand your income. Maybe also to do some bigger buyings, And very importantly, new moon in 11th house gives you the chance to set yourself new goals for the future, new dreams, new hopes. And here Jupiter says, dream big. Don't focus on the details, just have the vision in front of you and we will find a way to achieve it, okay? Of course, Capricorn still likes a serious planning, so it's better to combine those two energies in order for, in the next year or at least the next 3 months, to achieve some good material, tangible success. So have a faith and vision, and work for what you want to achieve in your life. So my friends, this was the forecast for the upcoming new moon in Capricorn, the last new moon for this year, 2022. I believe this is not going to be my last video for this year, because we are still expecting Mercury to turn retrograde, if I'm not wrong, on the 29th of December. Nevertheless, I want to wish you already Merry Christmas. Enjoy the upcoming beautiful, lovely holidays. May they be warm and full of love and light for each of you. Stay healthy. You already know that now is the time to take care of yourselves, to dream, to plan, to look ahead and see how you would like to prosper and develop in the upcoming year. So use this time around the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th of December for your true New Year's promises and resolutions. I wish you all the best, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.